Hi and welcome to the Killian Family Homestead. This video is going to be a compilation of different small segments of videos showing our hatch number 2 of our turkey poults. Again, we prefer to raise the Bourbon red variety. I believe they were bred in the early 1800s in Bourbon County, Kentucky. So an American heritage breed. We really like them because they have decent growth, decent size when they're mature, excellent flavor to the meat, but also they can naturally breed, which we'll talk a little bit about later in the video. But that's what we like. You've seen in other videos our actual little flock, and we hatched 10 poults in the first hatch. We've sold them all at $9 a bird, and we're going to do the same with this breed. And we have another, or this batch, and we have another 12 eggs that have been hatched over the past 20 days, and we will be running those through the incubator over the next month. So just enjoy the next little few video segments showing the turkey poults hatching. Okay, here is hatch number 2 of the turkey poults. If you have seen some of my previous videos, you've seen the first hatch that we had of turkey poults from our Bourbon red turkeys. We really like the Bourbon reds because they can naturally breed and mate, and thus you can perpetuate your turkey lines. When you buy the broad-breasted bronze and broad-breasted white varieties, they can't naturally mate, and so you end up having to purchase them each time you want to raise your own meat turkeys. And so, anyways, let's just take some snapshots and share with you as the different chicks hatch. And this one actually didn't have enough humidity within the incubator because it had been 2 days or so since I last checked it. So I just put some more water in there in the different channels to make sure the humidity comes up so that they can hatch out of their eggs, you know, in the most ease possible. This one I had to help out a little bit. So I pulled off the top, and he or she is doing just fine back there in the corner. There are an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 eggs to hatch, and we'll give you a sneak peek each time that it does happen. Okay, we've had 2 turkey poults hatch within our incubator here. There's 1 and 2 right there behind, and of course there is one pipping through right now. She's already spun all the way around the egg and pipped all the way through, and now all she needs to do is simply push open the egg and pop right out. And there's a number of others, if you can see it in the back there, 1 and 2 that are pipped through, and they're in the process right now, so we're getting a good hatch rate right now. We'll keep you informed as it goes. See if we can get this on film of this little turkey poult popping through. See, he's trying to use his legs to push on one side of the egg to pop open the top. It's always the wider diameter side of the egg where their head is through into the air sac, and that's how they breathe. And then once they get too large, obviously, and they're properly formed and ready to go, then they start pipping through, and they'll spin all the way around the egg to create a lid, I guess you could say, and then with their legs they eventually push through on one side of the egg, and their head or rear end side pops out. I didn't see the one back there. There's a third one back there. So 1, 2, and 3. And I don't want to lift the lid right now because I'll lose all of my humidity, and then it'll dry out too quickly, and it'll become more difficult for those that are actually in there still. So it's important to maintain the proper humidity all the way through the hatch. Well, you can kind of see how it's going to happen. It's just the membrane now. The egg is already done, and you can see it's pushing through pretty good. Just needs a couple big pushes and it will fall right out. They're looking healthy so far. Just need that one to push through. Here's two little turkey poults that came out. Look at that. And this one right here is about to pop out too, so they're all pretty awesome. I'm gonna What's the matter, Gracie?
I put her down. It's moving a lot. It's just...
Okay, so we've had, unfortunately, 3 eggs that had late death. You know, there's so many reasons why that could have happened. I don't necessarily know why it happened for those 3. The incubator that we use remains pretty constant. It did have a day or two where it got a little warm, but really within the parameters. So I don't know why those 3 eggs had late incubation deaths of the Poult. So far we've had 8 that have been hatched, and I turned off the warming light simply so that it didn't look so orange down there. But I'm going to turn it back on because these are very, very new baby turkey poults that we hatched, and these are already sold actually if somebody over in Yakima, Washington wants to purchase them.